think Tourette's is unreal. I don't even think it's a real thing, quite honestly.
I think I saw MTV did a True Life special.
Where did I learn this from? Was it from an episode of South Park, or was it from an actual medical person?
Uncontrollable behaviors that are sometimes hard to explain and are, I guess, like make it very like socially awkward and socially difficult.
Tourette's to me is not being able to feel relaxed and calm and anxious. I feel like I just get such high anxiety just talking to people, or even doing something that I like to do. I've done so many things throughout my life, and I just feel like my whole life kind of crumbled because I never felt like I fit in with anybody, with any particular group. But photography, I just feel so at home, and I'm not always relaxed taking pictures because I do get fired up if I can't get it right. But I guess that's, again, the obsessive compulsiveness of it, and I get angry. I get angry with myself if something's not going right. This is my self-portrait, and I think it sort of sums up how I feel a lot of times. I just feel like, am I successful? Maybe not. I think it has a lot to do with lack of self-esteem sometimes. So I'm so glad everybody showed up here tonight. And I thought it'd be cool, to just, stick to, Tourette's related topics, in general.
I feel like, support for adults is very rare.
I remember once my doctor said he was going to send somebody to the school to talk about Tourette's. I was so happy. I was like, yes, finally. They got there, they didn't once mention it. They mentioned ADHD. It was, I think they mentioned, I can't remember what else, but I know they did not mention Tourette's at all.
With our age group, Art and I, they didn't really mention Tourette's, or they didn't know what it was.
For me, the Tourette's, I just had it, and I just accepted it.
I didn't really accept it until a little bit later, but it's just one of those things that, okay, what's first? What's next?
I sort of come across, I guess, I don't know, maybe like a babbling idiot, I just wander on my thoughts or my words, and keeping a thought straight is really one of the difficulties in this Tourette's. And then, the facial twitching, that's another thing of, I don't feel like I'm doing it now at all, but I do, when I'm driving, or if I'm reading or watching TV or something, it's sort of the minute I get to relax, that's when I get all the tension in my face, and a lot of twitching and a lot of facial tension, muscle tension, teeth grinding. It's a point where you almost lose your breath because and then it wears you out. By the end of the day, I am so tired just because of all the ticking. I was totally shocked when the first time I was told by a neurologist that I had Tourette's. Because I didn't know what Tourette's was. It was totally alien to me, Tourette's. I'm not cursing, so I don't have Tourette's. You were talking about something earlier, Lindsay, you had brought up the media.
The media, it's either this extreme or this extreme. They don't have reality. I mean, it's either oh, you are cursing and you're hitting people, or you just don't have it. I mean, there's a lot of things that go with it. It's not just cursing. It's not just twitching. I mean, it can be motor, it can be vocal, and there's a lot of things that go with it that people don't even realize until they see some of these documentaries, like the mind tics, like the OCD stuff. Like, I've seen documentaries where they have somebody go into a school and they say, I want you to write the Pledge of Allegiance, and every time I clap, you have to like do a twitch, and every third word you have to erase. And he would like, you know, start clapping more and more and more, and you'd be like, and you wouldn't be able to finish it. And then some of the students were like, oh, I give up, I can't do this. And then after like 5 minutes, he's like, now how did that feel? I think some of the movies are really, they portray things the wrong way.
You know, 5 years ago, just finding out about it, and you know, it's an eye opener. So you want people to be aware, and I do tell people that I meet now, you know, hey, I have Tourette's, you know, just so they're sort of, they get comfortable with it, you know, and nobody's going to say, well, you're not cursing.
My son has Tourette's, but it's mild. You know, he just can't help it, you know. And it is, apparently it is passed through your genes, I guess, you know. Nobody else in my family has it.
I have kids with NF, it's 50-50 chance that they'll have it, and it's 50-50 chance that it'll be worse than what I have. And I think that's the way it is with Tourette's and other things like that. So I decided, you know, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but I'm not going to have children.
Yeah, I don't think I want any either, just because I don't want anybody to go through what I went through.
The one person in my life that I would like to say that he has brought so much, I'm speechless when I'm talking about my son, but my son Nick, he is just an awesome kid, and the day he was born just completely changed my life. I had somebody that needed me and wanted me and saw me for who I was, and not for anything else. Like, there was never a judgment of what I ever did. I just want to act like sort of a carefree type of person, and I don't know what that's like, and I would love to know. You know, I really try. I try really hard to be that person. I'm still trying.